Hi, everybody. The name of my 30-day neuroplasticity challenge is Building Muscle and Mind, Neural Associations Built Between Exercise and Phone Use. So this came about because I wanted to decrease my screen time usage and also build more positive associations with exercise. Originally, my goal was to push myself to work out as much as I could in the morning before permitting the use of my phone or social media. The idea was to leverage my digital addiction to my advantage as a way to generate motivation to exercise. This connects to our course material and the concepts of neuroplasticity because I was training my brain through repetition, association, and reward. I attempted to integrate new exercise habits through operant conditioning and positive reinforcement that would encourage positive neuroplastic changes. It's just like when a parent says a kid has to finish their veggies before dessert. We associate the latter with the prior, making the avoidant activity more desirable on an unconscious level. At the beginning, it honestly didn't go very well. Pretty quickly into implementing this challenge, I realized I created a routine that was more rigid than I was prepared for, so I modified the structure of the challenge. Instead of aiming to work out first thing in the morning, I started requiring myself to exercise more before any rewarding activity, such as playing video games, or before doing things I didn't want to do, such as homework or chores. The intent was to motivate myself to work out through the positive reinforcement of rewarding activities, and to prime myself for negative experiences like homework by associating them with the endorphins and other positive neurotransmitters that are the result of exercise. Once I made the challenge more flexible, it became significantly more accessible. This alteration symbolizes a phrase that I use in my ADHD management: resiliency over consistency. The pressure to be consistent often elicits guilt and shame, so by making the challenge more approachable, I was able to avoid these immobilizing emotions. The freedom to engage with the challenge at any time helped me feel more motivated to exercise as often as possible. When I would feel myself experiencing executive dysfunction and cognitive constriction while doing homework, I would take a break to exercise. If I wanted to use my phone for social media, I would push myself to work out more than the last time. I began to notice that I started adding exercise into random parts of my day that had no previous associations to the challenge, which is probably the highlight of my challenge. The biggest takeaway is that changes in behavior are not about being perfect or about blindly conforming to an ill-suited set of expectations. It's about being adaptable, disciplined, and forgiving of my shortcomings. Instead of viewing neuroplasticity as an abstract concept or something that I can consistently notice in the moment, I began to see it as something that mostly observed through contextual hindsight and something that can be intentionally generated over time through repetition and determination. Even though my results weren't extreme, I could feel a shift in how I thought about exercise. By keeping an open mind, modifying my approach, and finding fun ways to functionally integrate exercise into my daily life, I was able to create new associations that made the habit of exercising more approachable, appealing, and sustainable. This confirms the idea that neuroplasticity is an ongoing, ever-unfolding process that is continually shaped through the actions that we choose, and we have the agency and opportunity to maintain a conscious relationship with it. Thank you.